Hey everybody, this is Mandy with Gunlady Defensive Firearms Training. Today I'd like to talk to you about kids and guns in the house. Okay, so if you just recently went out and purchased a gun, congratulations for taking that step. Now take that next step and share that information with your child, okay? Now, you know your own children way better than I do, okay? I'm not sure I'd be having that conversation with a 2, 3, 4-year-old, but I'm definitely going to be having that conversation with a teenager, all right? I'm not going to hide that fact. Kids need to know they're there. Kids need to know what they are, and they need to understand the responsibility that goes with it also, okay? If you bring it home and you do not have a conversation with your child about it, that only adds to their curiosity, okay? And when we take that mystery away with them by having them go out with us and shoot and show them how the guns work and do all that, then the kids aren't just really that interested in it anymore, okay? So don't hide the fact that you purchased a gun. The other part I want to talk about really quick is securing that gun, okay? So most of you probably brought them home and you had to have the traditional cable lock and were asked questions, at least in California, do you have a safe? And generally the answer should have been yes, okay? So how do I store? We're going to talk about storage of the guns first. First, I always tell my people to buy a bigger safe than they think they're going to need, okay? So this one's a pretty small little safe, not huge. It'll hold 10 guns, 10 long guns, handguns, and stuff like that, okay? It's secured to the area that it's in, and there's a reason for that. It's not a super heavy safe. So you want to make sure that if you get a lighter one or if you get a safe in general, that you can hopefully secure it to the area that it's going to be in, okay? I always tell people get bigger size than they think they're going to need. And the reason for that, they're great for storage, okay? So just think about storage in general. If I store things, it's something I probably don't need tomorrow. It's something that like I put away my winter clothes and then bring out my summer clothes. So my winter clothes are in storage. It's the same thing, storage with a gun, okay? This one right here is a nice little safe. You can get them as big as you want or as small as you want. The cool thing is you can do this, is you can store other things in there besides guns, okay? You can put your personal paperwork in there, your documentation. You go on vacation, you can lock up your jewelry, you can lock up cameras, you can lock up computers, you can lock up things that you're not going to take with you. If you get the higher rated ones, you can get them where they're 30 to 40 minutes in a fire. Okay, so your product's going to stay pretty safe in that area, all right? Another way is, well, the Handicap cable lock. So maybe you haven't gone out and gotten a safe yet, or it wasn't required by your state to have one. Okay, so you guys can see this is empty. There's no magazine in here, and there's no round in the chamber. So how these work is you're actually just going to stick it through the magazine well, come out the ejection port, and then you're going to lock it up, okay? Nothing fancy, but at least stops the gun from being able to work, because you cannot get a magazine in here with this cable in there, and you cannot close the slide completely. So it can't go into full battery, which won't allow it to do anything, okay? Another option is I have a gun case here. This one actually holds 4 guns, but the cool thing about this is that it actually has here on both ends is where I can run a lock through there. And you can see that through there, and so now I could cable this and lock up both ends. Now the problem with cabling just this is it's still going to allow it to get open enough that people could get things out of there. So I would use a smaller padlock to secure that, okay? That's how I would store my guns. Things that I'm not going to need right away. I'm not going to go, they're not for my self-defense, okay? Staging's a little bit different. Staging is where I'm going to use that gun for my self-defense. Okay, that means that I have to have a quick access safe, something I can get into in less than a second, second and a half would be preferably. 3 seconds is good. Something that I put somewhere where I know where it is and I can get to it when I need to. Okay, staging and storing are 2 different things, but the bottom line is this: please, please, please have the conversation with your kid about having a gun in the house, and second of all, locking that gun up and securing it. Kids find things they don't mean to, and we don't want them to find our gun that is not secured. I'll say this, folks. If you want your child to be safe around guns, you need to have that conversation with them. Don't rely on somebody else to do it for them because their gun safety may not meet your criteria. So everybody please be safe out there. Hopefully we're going to get back out on the range and do a little shooting here pretty soon. All right. Once again, this is Mandy, Gunlady Defensive Firearms Training. Catch me here on YouTube or on Facebook under Gunlady and under my name, Mandy Autry. All right, everybody be safe. Oh yeah, wash your hands.